So this is part 9. I'm going to put the backlight on, rig some wires up to there, up to these 3, up to the back, up to this backlight when it's back up there. Put the harness on all properly, leave the stator in, take the CDI unit off and put the CDI unit, what's on the harness on, get the front light off because I've got ignition power coming, get this radiator guard off and the radiator, slide the harness down the side of the radiator. I'll put up a protector on it where it slides down the radiator. That's the harness I've just done to get it sorted. When I bought it, I had this stator in, all wired up to this CDI unit up here. And there was only that wire I had to cut that wire there to get the engine out the bike, because I just left everything connected. So if I join them 2 wires, that's a good spark. So I know this stator works in here with the CDI that's on, but it's all just wired up like that without wire and harness. You can see I've just had to join that wire to get it sparking, but I'm going to follow these wires up into here and put these plugs on what are on this stator, and then put that CDI unit onto the stator that's in it, because that's a TZR CDI unit, then put that proper wiring harness on it. 2 white wires with the red and blue stripes down, cut off, and that's that one. So now we're looking for the green one and the black and red one. There's the black and red one, and the black and the green and white one, which is that one. I've already found them 2 before. A white, yellow, black and a blue. And there's the white, yellow, the black and the blue. So I'll put one of the connectors onto there, connect onto there, connect onto there, and this CDI unit over here, we'll just take this off and keep this for space. Tease it off, but it'll still work for DDR if ever I need one. Or if anybody ever wants a DDR one, it's there, that's it there. Sharp fit plugs on if you've got one to copy off. Just put the plugs bar on the bottom. I don't know how rare these are now. I'll just take the headlight off as well, just because I've ordered an ignition barrel, just so it's all off ready, so when that comes I can just put it straight in. So get the headlight off now as well. That's the 4 plug and the little pins I'm going to put on. One of them 4 now. Now I'm going to put the backlight on. Back wire is a bit long, but doesn't matter because we'll cut it down. So now the back indicator's on, with 2 proper plugs on. That one's got the proper plugs on. I think it always has had the proper plugs on. I've sorted that out with the black wire, put the back light back on. There's a black wire. The black wire is going to be going all the way up to here now, and plugging into the harness, which is plugging into them 3 on the harness. I was going to change them, but I'll just leave them. Right now, I'm going to start putting the harness on. I can't put these on yet. I've got the plugs what go on, but I left my soldering iron at my friend's because I was fixing his slow air halogen oven. It's the only time I've left it there when I needed it as well. But we're going to start putting the harness on. We'll loosen the radiator because the harness runs down the side, and we'll just link everything up. And now I've got all the harness on loosely. The CDI isn't rigged up yet. Neither is the stator. But I've put the ignition on, tweaked into all the switches. I've got all these switches rigged. I think that black one goes in that black and white one. The only thing I'm left with is that blue one and this blue one here. down there. There's that one there with one connector with two blue wires, and then somewhere, then there's that one there with two blue wires going into a double connector. So I don't know. Oh, the run button. I see that's for the brake switch. So we've still got the run button. Battery rigged up. I've got the back brake switch rigged up. I've got the oil sensor switch rigged up. I've got the regulator on. You can see the back three lights. Up there, I made that new wire. I'm just going to rig these indicators up down to there, then test everything. So I've just made some extensions on the back indicators from there and there, up into the plugs, and from there down to there as well, just the wouldn't reach, it was that far off. The ignition's all wired up in that now, so we're going to try the key. And I think I've got the clocks rigged up right, so we might get more readings on the clocks as well. So give it a turn. Got the other light on. The indicators, I've got them rigged up the wrong way. Doesn't matter. The little brake spring isn't rigged up properly. But if I pull the brake spring, see this back thing just once moved up. In fact, I'm going to move that up. So we'll just plug that one into the wires before I plug that into the frame. See if it's the sensor that's broke. So we've changed the sensor around and put it on, rigged it up. I'm just going to pull the, it's even got a better bar on. The other one just had a thin spring. Anyway, we're going to pull it. See if it pulls the brake light on. It does. So that other sensor, whatever it is, lying about, once chucked out. I'm just going to test the front brakes while I'm on as well. Just get a screwdriver. That's the front brake plug I've sent away for the switch. Anyway, just touch the terminals in there. So the front brake's working as well, so that's good. Right, we'll turn the ignition off. That's the back brake working now. It just needs this bar bent into shape. A bit too long. That's what I'm putting that. Put the brake down, it isn't pulling it. It's not long enough. It's too long, I should say. And the new exhaust come today. And the front brake light switch as well. So I'm going to be putting them on now. Be putting all the harness on properly as well and securing it. That's everything done after that. Apart from an ignition barrel. We'll get the harness secured to the frame. Get the front brake switch on. And get the front pipe on. I've just noticed this as well. A gritty noise. The tube must be all dirty inside. I'll have to check that and grease it. I've got my soldering iron for my friends, so I'll be able to solder them two wires with the plugs on onto there. Put the CDI unit, rig it all out, or rig all the CDI unit up with the stator. So get the gasket in first. Push it in. Should stay in. Let's put on the end of the exhaust. So we'll swap the brake switches now. Just get something in there to push the tab in, and this will pop out. Then just pull it out. That's it there. with the new end on, with the different plug. Now we'll get the other on. And that's the new one. Just push that in with the plug what fits into the plug on the switches down here. So we'll just get this in now. And when you're putting it in, there's a square side like that. The square side, that's the square side there. The square side goes in that way. Put it all in now. So we can get this wire, and that wire rigs into that plug there. So I'll just plug it in. Put the brake lever and that back on, because I had to take it all off and all the weight guard to get to the lever and the switch. So we'll put that back on now. That's the front brake back on now. That's the exhaust. We'll just try the front brake. So that's good, the front brake's working with the proper switch off the old model. And now the harness is on, it just all needs taped up. I had a bit of trouble here, but I put a post on the Facebook group. Within 20 minutes this lad had helped us, and I was buzzing. What I'd done, there's your 3-wire power valve servo on this model. And you see that black one there? I thought that black was to go with the 3-power servo model, but it isn't, it's that. So anyway, I had that 2-wire out like that, and I had that with that, and that green and black one down here was just loose. But anyway, I asked him, I put his name on, Alex Guyver, I don't know what to pronounce his second name, I put his name in for his help. But anyway, he told us, he says that black one there goes into there, and this black and yellow one is to go with the 3-wire servo. So as soon as I plug that into there, I've got spark, and all the rest of the CDI is rigged up with the stator. So we'll be putting it back together soon. I might even make a video of the wires coming off the harness and which wires go away into the CDI, just in case anybody gets the CDI and stator with cut plugs and that. But anyway, we'll get to work and start doing everything now. There's not much, they just need tidying up. Them wires need tidying up because I had to extend them. Everything else is perfect, even when I've rigged all the wires up. I'll just put just the battery's dropped off, I'll just put it back on. Straight that down there. Even now, since everything's rigged up and everything's rigged up on the front, like I say, this is an old ignition barrel where I just put a plug on, but they're all wired up to there. All this in here is wired up. There's one wire left and a black wire there, which I'm guessing is the little side light bulb, because I've got that blue wire, but I'm fussed about that because everything's working. I'll be getting it started soon. You see the dial lights come on now. It was rigged up, but it didn't come on before. I see I've probably showed the indicators and that before, but I'll just do a quick show of them. There's the front. Don't know if the lights is meant to come on full beam when the ignition's off or not. But like when I'm kick starting it, that light bulb's lighting up, so I've got that rigged up as well. So anyway, we'll just, that's just start to happen. This noise. It seems as though the cables, I don't know, but you can hear like a gritty sound. And once when I was doing that, it was just springing back, and you could hear the slide dropping the cob. Still hear the slide dropping. Cable must just need oiled or something, maybe like that, but I'll do that as well. So we're going to get everything all on now. So that's all the back on. Done all the wires. Got the regulator on. CDI, everything's up out the way. This is this, but it can't touch nothing. But once the spark plug's tightened in, I'll put it somewhere. I'll put that on. I've put that bolt in there. But I've got these collars here from Fowler's, they were for the chain slider, but the chain slider come with washers, so I want to see if one of them fits into there, just so it saves the plastic from wearing down. We find a new rubber for the CDI as well, because that's the rubber what the TZR was on. It's too big for the DTR thingy, and I'll just slide out. So I'm going to have a look for one of them upstairs. So I've got the little collar in there. The CDI's all taped about the way. The front can wait like a new ignition barrel, because this one's cracked. It wobbles. I'm surprised it even worked. So I'm going to leave that, but all the back's done up here. All the wires down here is done. Regulators on. Wire the battery up next. Get one of them rubber bands round, put it round, get a screw in there. I've just bolted the exhaust on at the front. I've ordered some disc guards from overseas. I think I've ordered 5, and the cost is they were dear, but one will go in here because I've ordered a white one, so that's good. So when that comes, we'll put that on. I don't know if I've just said, but I've ordered a new chain guard for it. I'm waiting for that coming. I don't know if I get a new back tyre, because that one's got plenty of tread on. I might just clean it, but I definitely need another back wheel. You see the paint there. All these wires here, we'll get these wires running down and taped onto there and that, so there's not wires everywhere. I'm going to put the exhaust on. This is one will come with it. It's a bit battered at the end. I'll probably end up buying a new one. I'm just putting this on for the time being. I've already got one of them, so whack that on. That lines up alright, so I'll get 2 bolts in there, get the exhaust on. And now while I'm on this side, I'm going to heat that up and see if I can get out of the mole grips, so I can put the same bolt in as that. And I'm going to take the kickstart off as well, move it forward a touch so it's more level. And that might be hot enough. It's took all the paint off, so we'll give it a try now with the mole grips. And it's tight, but it's moving. Oh, it's moving just, but it's tight. Here's the other side of the thread. With paint on, that's why it's hard. That's out now with loads of heat. I'll put the proper black one in now. Just tighten it up in a bit. Same as that and I'll need tightening up. But at least they're in. It's better than having the big white one in. That's the lighting that on now. I've just put that ignition on for the time being. And after I've put everything on, I'm just going to see if it's still sparking. Just so I haven't pulled no wires loose or anything like that. So, there. Turn the ignition on, the battery must have come off again off the earth. That's aye. I can barely see it. I'll try and turn the torch off. That's a mint spark, so I can put the spark plug in now and tighten it up. And I've just bought a horn today because I haven't got one. There's the horn. There's the horn ones with a light bulb in. Just try the horn. So the horn works as well, so that's good. That's the tank on. I've got the 2 screws in. I bought all Yamaha screws for the panels and Yamaha screws everywhere else. Just keeps everything black and original. Stuff like that and stuff. Anyway, we'll get this side panel on now. Get the tank panel on the other side. Then it's ready for start up tomorrow. So I've got that side panel on now. I had about 6 of them in a bag. I don't know where they're all gone. The proper Yamaha ones. So I need one for there. I'm going to put that panel on next. Put the seat on. Still got to secure the battery. And then everything's done, ready. Petrol pipes on. I'll start it up tomorrow. That's the seat on. Battery's all connected up. Just need to put this side panel on now. All the other panels is on. And it's ready for start up in the morning. So I'll get this panel on. And then we're done. That's the side panel on now. It's all done. So that's it done from that side. Got to wait for them 3 screws. And that's it from this side. I haven't moved the back brake sensor up yet because that bar, I gotta find a bar. I'm gonna buy a new one. All the panel on. The new exhaust on. And that's it. Alright, thanks for watching.